Greetings, my fierce and untamed warriors. Ah, yes, the one society labels as dangerous, unpredictable, even terrifying. Why? Because you refuse to conform. You refuse to fit their narrow definitions. You are not a single note in their monotonous symphony. You are a storm of contradictions, a force they cannot comprehend, let alone control. And oh, how that terrifies them. Let's get something clear. People fear what they cannot define. They cling to their tiny boxes, their neat categories, desperate to make sense of the world. But you're not a box. You're a whirlwind of raw intensity, a paradox they can't cage. That hidden side of you, the one they pray never awakens. It's not a flaw. It's your strength. It's the unyielding fire that burns through their illusions. Most people are simple, playing one role, wearing one mask, living a life scripted by others. But you have layers. You show them the side they can handle, the polite, composed version. The one that nods along, pretending to care about their absurd rules. But beneath the surface lies your untamed essence. The part of you that refuses to kneel. The part of you that doesn't break. The part of you that doesn't beg. Oh, they'll call you names: dangerous, unhinged, heartless. But those are just words, weak attempts to disguise their trembling. Because deep down, they know the truth. Your untamed side is their mirror. It reflects everything they wish they could be but are too afraid to embrace. It reveals their envy, their cowardice, their lies. And that's why they fear you. They'll try to mold you, to shrink you, to make you fit their fragile world. They'll tell you it's for your own good. What a joke. What they really mean is, dim your light so we can feel safe, but you weren't born to fit in. You weren't made to be tamed. That wild, unfiltered part of you is your edge, your armor, your weapon. When they say you're too much, what they really mean is, you're too powerful for us to handle. Let them whisper. Let them cower. Let their fear fuel you. Because their fear is proof that you've shattered their chains. You're not playing their rigged game anymore. You've rewritten the rules. Owning your other side isn't about becoming someone else. It's about embracing every piece of who you are. It's about standing tall in your truth, even when the world tries to silence you. When you stop apologizing for your intensity, magic happens. The prison dissolves. The shackles fall away. You become the architect of your destiny, the master of your chaos. That side of you, the one they fear, is the side that fights when the world tries to break you. It's the side that says, I don't need your validation. I am enough as I am. The very thing they call dangerous is what sets you apart. While they cling to mediocrity, you soar above it. While they fear the shadows, you walk boldly into the dark. Yes, it's lonely at times. Their fear keeps them distant, building walls instead of bridges. But that loneliness, it's a small price to pay for freedom. They live confined by their own lies, while you thrive in the beauty of your authenticity. You don't just survive, you dominate. When you stop running from their fear and start wielding it, you become unstoppable. Fear, when harnessed, is a weapon. It demands respect, commands attention, and silences doubters. Let their fear be your spotlight. Let it amplify your voice. Because the truth is, their fear isn't your burden, it's their punishment. They think they're running from you. But no, they're running from the parts of themselves they see reflected in you. The more they fear you, the weaker their control becomes. Fear makes them predictable. And while they tremble, you move with precision, always 3 steps ahead. Your other side isn't chaos, it's clarity. It's the lens that sees the world for what it truly is: a playground for the bold, a battlefield for the timid. Let them fear your fire, for it burns away their illusions and leaves only truth. Out of that fire, greatness is forged. Revolutions are born from such flames. Your other side is your rebellion. It screams, I will not be caged. I will not be silenced. I will not be forgotten, and that terrifies them. Because they know that once you embrace your power, nothing can stop you. So let them stay up at night, haunted by what you might become. Their whispers are your symphony. Their trembling is your victory. You don't owe them comfort or conformity. You owe them nothing. This isn't about them. It's about you stepping into your power, owning every piece of yourself, and never apologizing for the storm you bring. If they fear you, good. That means you've won. Let them remember you not as someone who fit in, but as someone who broke free. Be the enigma they can't solve, the storm they can't predict, the fire they can't extinguish. Be everything they fear and more, because their fear is proof of your power. And when they whisper about you in shadows, when they shrink from your presence, smile. Smile, because you've already conquered. And here's the thing, fear isn't just a reaction, it's a currency. When they fear you, they invest in you. Every stolen glance, every whispered conversation, every cautious step around your presence is proof that you occupy space in their minds rent-free. They don't forget you. They can't. You're not just living, you're leaving a legacy. Every room you walk into becomes a stage. Every word you speak becomes a statement. You're not here to blend into the scenery, you're here to rewrite it. They'll try to dilute your essence, to water you down to something they can swallow. But let's be real, they'll choke on the truth of who you are. Your power is undeniable, and they hate that it doesn't come with an off switch. They'll call you disruptive, unruly, a force of destruction. But destruction is only the first step to creation. Your storms aren't chaos, they're transformation. When you shake the foundation, it's not to break it. It's to rebuild it stronger, sharper, unbreakable. The world doesn't need another obedient cog in the machine. It needs you, the unstoppable force, the immovable object, the one who refuses to accept just enough. Every step you take leaves a mark, every choice you make bends the rules in your favor. They fear you because they know you're not just playing the game, you're redesigning it. And while they're busy staring, paralyzed by your audacity, you're already building something they'll never understand. You're crafting a future where you don't just survive, you thrive. Where you don't just exist, you dominate. So let them cower. Let them avoid your gaze. Let their fear fuel your fire. Because the more they try to control you, the more they expose their own weakness. Fear isn't just their reaction, it's their surrender. The truth is, you've already won. Not because you played their game better, but because you refused to play it at all. You stepped off their board, flipped their rules, and became the force they never saw coming. Now it's time to rise higher. Time to step into your light fully, unapologetically. The whispers of your name will echo long after you've left the room. The shadow you cast will linger, unshakable, unforgettable. You are not their nightmare, you are their reckoning. So walk boldly, speak fiercely, live unapologetically. You are the storm they'll never tame, the enigma they'll never solve, the power they'll never match. Let their fear roar in your wake, because every time they tremble, it's a reminder of just how unstoppable you are, and that my warrior is the ultimate victory.